So we're going to do the triangle choke now, okay? So you're in my guard again. Do you remember the triangle choke? It doesn't matter. You're going to be
the triangle, yeah.
Correct. Okay. What happens here is got both arms, okay? This is the leg I'm going to use for the choke, okay? So initially I have to stuff this. I have to pull this up. It's quick. Pull this one down. Get that. See how I got my knee, the back of my knee, wrapped around your neck like a hook? The other thing is too is, what I normally do is once I got that hook, I let go of this, I pull the thing. See, I don't want to hurt you. Understand? So posture yourself tight.
Okay.
Follow me?
Yeah.
And I hold there, and then I lock that. You follow me? Okay. And you gotta lock it like that. Okay? Now the key to this, I use what is called a telephone. Take this hand here and go like this to the side of your head. Go, push. See how you're making, don't try to get out though. See how you're making room for you to breathe?
Right.
So what I normally do is I take this like everybody else. Watch what I'm doing. And I'll lock that behind my arm. So you can't do that. And I'll use this one and I'll pull your head down. But remember, it's the key of the lock and then holding. And then tap if it hurts. You understand what I'm doing? See what I did? Okay? You want to get this lock. You don't have this lock here with these legs, you got nothing. You know what I mean? Right. A lot of people want to panic and try to get out. Every move that you can get, any submission you can put on somebody, there's a way out. Okay? Yeah. Which we demonstrate in other things, and we'll demonstrate in this. Okay? One more time with this. It's called the triangle choke with the legs. And again, the minute you're fighting with somebody, sometimes they'll posture up. Once you can, the key is
like coming up.
Correct. Well, the key is, well, right, you could try to go like that. That would be actually probably stop the arm from hitting. But the key is you want to stuff this arm. It's got to get out of the way if you're going this way. Vice versa if you're going the other way. Okay? So you stuff that arm, wrap that arm, posture up hard so I don't have to hurt you. Like that. See? See how that's locked? And then tap if it hurts. Well, I don't want to, I mean, the key is tighten the hold and then pull the head. Right. Tighten it, you know what I mean? And pull. Right. Tell me if it hurts. Okay. Okay, buddy? Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to do what is called a rear naked choke. Okay? Rear naked choke is where you're going to turn around, face me. Okay? Now, there's obviously multiple variables for this, and so much where, you know, there's a ton of ways to do the rear naked choke. But one of the ways I like is if you get somebody in this position, is to put and do what is called a figure 4 body lock. Right. Same thing. We went through this before. Yep. Just like that. Now, in doing so, it empties the air in the lung capacity. So now your opponent is fighting that. Right. Okay. Now what you do is you're pulling him back this way, but you got him locked in there so he can't get out. Okay. And you got his arms. His arms. He's going to try to grab your hands and he's going to tuck his chin down so you can't get up and under. Right. So he's going to try to grab your hands, number one, for you trying to get the choke, and number two, for you peppering him with punches and hitting him. He don't want that to happen. Right. A lot of times a fighter will use one hand to cover like that so he doesn't get hit by the opponent. Right. That's what they do. You know, but the key is to work up, get that blade, the blade of your forearm, not this side, this side, under. And the traditional way is to wrap the bicep and get around behind the head. But we've learned that you can pull that out like that, correct? Right. Okay, so in the process of doing this, getting under there, we use a variable with a hand grip to the side, correct? Right. And that way you just crank it and tighten up. And when it's the tight lock, right? And then you're pushing your hips up into his back while arcing your shoulders back and pulling. Right. That's the key. Once you have the lock, once the lock is intact and you have your opponent in the lock, what you need to do is the following steps, which are pushing up the hips and cranking back the shoulders while you're pulling his neck back, holding a tight lock on his waist. Because what happens here is a lot of fighters that are in your position, they work to make space. They'll take their legs and lift themselves up, because when they're working to make space, correct. Because they loosen this lock, they can turn and spin with the right moment. Right. And be facing me, facing their opponent, and gain position of top, being in the opponent's guard on top. Yeah. Another thing is too with the legs like this, what a lot of fighters will do in the process of trying to get a rear naked choke, they know a good fighter that knows jiu-jitsu is going to use his hands to take control of both of their hands so they can't pull that submission off. So what a fighter will do a lot is he'll wrap the one arm up. Then he's only got one arm to fight. You understand? Then he can work. See what he's doing? See what he wants to do? He can do whatever he wants. He can even do this one, but it'll be pulled down. But if I'm leaning this way, I kind of can't get that other grip. So I got this. But the key is to tighten down here, push that hips up. Don't just try to do one part of a move. Do the whole thing. Keep the lock tight. Push the hips up, crank the shoulders back, and pull that neck back. That's the idea.
Right.
You have to do it all. It's a combination of everything together at the same time.
Right.
And that, my friend, is a rear naked choke. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the other locks, that's actually good. And there's a lot of variables off that, especially for MMA. So those are the things that are important. If you work it and you work it, what happens after a while, I told you to be clear with you and to explain it to you, that in fighting jiu-jitsu, they say it's like a chess game, yes. But what I say, it's broken down into 3 parts. It's all locks on the joints. The joints of your limbs and your neck. They're the joints of your body. Okay? So I break it down. Whatever the joint holds of submission are on the legs, that's one. Whatever the joint holds for submission on the arms, those limbs, that's another. Whatever the joint holds are on for the neck, that's another. Okay? Which are the chokes. Another thing is, if somebody's smart enough with training and learning and fighting with jiu-jitsu, they can make up their own moves and their own holds because they're just so with it and they've experienced so long, they just figure things out that don't exist but by them. And I have what is called a Mayon choke, but it's only applicable when there's a gi. It's reaching around your opponent's, reaching around your opponent's like this, grabbing his shirt collar here, reaching over here, grabbing, and jackhammering your blade right into his throat. Right. Extremely strong guy. Well, I'm a pretty strong guy. You know what I mean? So that enables me to pull that off and be successful at that. Especially if I'm MMA with no grabbing clothes, I can get under there and lock my hand behind there. I can reach here and I can be on top of him. If I'm in full mount, I can crank that right down like a jackhammer and choke him right out. You know what I mean? Pretty much. So, see the idea of it? Yeah. Okay. So actually we did good. We did 4 moves followed by 2 moves. That's pretty darn good. You know? We did the go to Palata, followed by the ankle lock, followed by the knee bar, followed by what is called a kimura, followed by what is called a triangle choke, followed by conclusively with a rear naked choke. And with an added bonus, the 7th was the Mayon choke. So that's pretty good. Pardon me?
My turn to do?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to keep the cameras rolling. What I want to do is an arm bar if you get down in that position. I want to do an arm bar from, there are several ways you can pull these submissions off, especially an arm bar, you know, or a kimura, or obviously chokes. But one of them is if you're in the side position of the person, what it is once you see an opponent, he gets an arm and he steps over, this leg's coming over, he's taking this and it's down. You understand me?
Yeah.
There it is. Follow me? Always where you put the elbow in the crotch, your crotch right there, you want to hit the thumb up. See, I got a hand lock on me. You're not kind of really going to get away with that. And all it is stretching in legs down, pulling this forward.
Tap right now.
I know, without the hyperextension here in the joint from me moving any hips up. So, the side position again. Okay? You're in the side position of your guy. Once that leg goes over, if he's fighting you, once the leg's over, he's bringing that up and down.
Right.
You understand me?
It's coming right forward, yeah.
Correct. Just like that. So that's an arm bar from a side position. Also, from a side position, an arm bar, if you're fighting with this guy, you can take it and go that way, depending on your position, where your legs are. You know what I'm saying?
Spinning around.
Yeah. So like the guy's trying to get on control, say he's got knee to belly. However, it's how whatever he can get, because the guy's pushing real hard with this one, he might take that and go that way.
Right.
It's more of a pivot and it's more of a grabbing, because you got to move quick.
Right.
Okay? That's how you get the submission. Because guys caught off guard, you're grabbing, you're pulling, and that's a lot of pain. So, like you just wanted to tap before any hyperextension of your elbow on this side, you just would do it quick, or, you know, try to get out of it. And especially if they're zoned out and they're in that high intensity, they can take some pain, and then they can work and try to get out of it.
Right.
So, we're going to do this one, you're going to do this one, what I just did. From side control, the 1 foot in.
1 foot in.
Grabbing, and then pulling this around and pulling this at the same time. It's one move. Once the foot's in, that's when you make your move. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to do the same one. Yeah, we will. Okay. I mean, because of this, I don't care.
Is this, which arm is this?
It don't matter. You're fine. You're fine. Don't look at it like that. We're working here.
All right.
Follow me? Right side control.
Now you said knee up or anything like that?
Not necessarily. That's if you're trying to work.
Side control down here?
Yeah, well, you got side control. The key is you got to put the foot on this leg here.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you're taking this and flipping that other one around, and you're pulling this in. That's what you need. So, like that. And there you go. That's it. Just like that. Now the key is, yeah, you got me good. You got me good. No, you got me good. No, you got me good. You got me good. No, I'm just looking for position and everything. You got me real good. You got, that's it. Yeah, just like that. Okay? And you can do that again. Be more fluid. That's perfect. Just like that. I like how you're doing the hand lock. You got control of that hand. He can't turn it.
Right.
Because the hand lock keeps it. Correct. The thumb up toward the ceiling keeps the arm aligned the way it needs to be for you to pull off the submission. If you don't have that hand lock and I can turn it, you can't hyperextend it if I'm working to get away from it.
Right.
Good. Very good. Okay. Now we did that. We'll do another arm bar. Okay. We did that one again from side position with putting the foot over. Okay. Now there's another one which is from the north and south position. Depending on which way you go is the deal that you can take. Say your opponent, you're at north and south position, he's fighting you off, you can take whichever arm you want. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
You go this way, or you go the other way.
Right.
See the deal? So, when you're in north-south position, what's good is, he's going to fight you. He's going to be trying to get out and push you off it.
Right.
So, if he pushes this one up here like this, you turn it over like that and get it like that.
Okay.
You got it. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
Then you hold it and you crank and do your job.
Let's do it again.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, let me push that chair and then watch you take it.
Well,
Yeah, I like
when you're pushing at me, I'm going to take the one that's pushing up higher. You understand what I'm saying?
So-
Whichever one, see what I'm saying?
Right.
Whichever one. But the key is when you're making that pivot, making that turn, make sure your body's up tight and wrapped. Don't go so quick where you throw yourself back that way and you can't get the, you want to lock the legs. That way you can't slip out easily.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what else?
How often do you find yourself in north-south position?
Say again?
How often do you find yourself in north-south position?
If I can get there, I take it.
Do you?
Don't tell anybody.
So.
Right.
Yeah,
That's perfect. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. You keep working. Keep working. You just think through what you're doing. You're in control. Not me. I'm on the bottom trying to get out.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah. So it's my fight, right?
Oh, that's perfect. Man. That's perfect. That's good. That's perfect. Now do the other side.
I'll take which arm you were giving me.
No. We're training that now. We're changing that now.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Good control. Good position. Thank you. Okay.
That's nice, boss.
I wanted to get those because there's a lot of them. There's a lot. That's
See, you can just get it from any position. If that arm
absolutely.
comes up,
Absolutely.
get that leg over and go.
So you like the side control. And it's on either side, north and south position. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is fun.
It is.
Fighting is fun. And learn. It's a marvelous thing. It's a lot of people don't. I guess they're missing out. Who cares? We're enjoying. So we went over the. I got 4 spin-offs for the omoplata. We went off what I find to be the most easiest to learn and easiest to work to get that shoulder joint crank and get the submission on.
It was easy. 3 steps.
Correct.
5.
Then we went over what is called that toe hold, having the lock up on the leg of your opponent from you on your side position, giving yourself that extra room for the extension when you apply the pressure to get the submission on the hold. And then we did what is called a arm bar from side control, stepping 1 foot over either side, which side you're on, grabbing, wrapping up the arm, and going for the submission. And then we did what is called an arm bar from the north and south position, getting whatever arm you can get, whatever's coming at you the easiest, and going with it for the submission. Okay?
Right.
Absolutely. Hoorah.
Cool.